Peace and blessings, everyone. So real quick, because you know I got to do a humble brag when it comes to my cuisines. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I just got to show what I've been doing since 4 o'clock. Bam! Pot roast. Gravy made from scratch. Bam! Loaded baked potato or loaded potato, mashed potatoes. Not made from scratch, however, I did add some shit to it so it tastes like it's from scratch. And bam! Some fresh sauteed string beans with toasted garlic. Yes, baby. Fellas. Fellas. Ooh. Okay, don't pay attention to my background. It's been a long day. I've been working, and then working, and then cooking. So I done did some of everything today, but I just wanted to, kind of give some updates on the last video that I did, which was hella insecure. But before I do, make sure you like and subscribe and follow. So anytime, and hit the notification button below. So anytime that I post new videos, you are the first to know. You can also follow me on IG, Liz Meyer CPS. That stands for Certified Peer Specialist. And also, you can follow me on Facebook at Adulting Suck Right Podcast. That's the page that I have dedicated to all things podcast. And also associated with that is the discussion group, Peace of Mind STL. STL shorted. STL shorted. As you can see, I'm in a very jovial mood. Especially after cooking like that bomb ass dinner on a Tuesday night. Like, black women in general, we be doing some shit, like we be really doing our thing, like cooking dinner, working regular job, working our other jobs, doing it all, helping other people, making sure everybody else cool, making sure we all cool. We doing it big things. So shout out to all the women who are doing big things. It don't matter what color, what creed, all of that. You a woman and you doing big things. We wear the carry the world on our shoulders, and we still be wearing our crown. Okay. Anyway, so I wanted to do a quick update on the last video that I made last month, which was hella insecure, and that's when I talked about how I was struggling with all things insecure at that moment, and that was with my hair, with my crown. It was also dealing with how I was feeling very insecure about the content that I'm putting out, whether it's through YouTube or with my podcast, Adulting Sucks Right. And also like these anxious thoughts and how I am able, how do I keep pressing through? So I just wanted to provide a quick update. Hopefully I don't take enough time, because I can get a little wordy, but it is what it is. I just learned to accept that shit. Anyway, and I also, disclaimer, if you easily are offended, or if you don't really like a lot of cursing and whatnot, just go ahead and stop the video, honey, and go on to somebody else who go on to Filter Phillip and listen to their shit. But you heard, this is me, and I'm gonna be unapologetically myself, because I get tired of filtering myself. I get tired of holding back. And this throat chakra is wide the fuck open, okay? That's what he said. Anyway, so again, I just wanted to provide some updates. As you've been listening to the podcast and any content that I've been putting out, I've been talking about how I'm struggling with dating. Yes, I am on the I'm on Black, or it's spelled BLK. BLK, but it stands for black white people. If it's a space for us, why do y'all always feel like y'all gotta join and still try to be part of us, but you don't want to be us? Everybody want to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga, then nobody want to be a nigga. I'm just saying, Earth Gang. Anyway, moving right along. So I just wanted to provide like some progression on my hair. I've been like, when I look back at the video earlier today, I'm like, damn, you know, these are my true feelings, and this is how I really feel about myself and stuff. But I've noticed that subconsciously I've really been like making changes and putting forth effort and being more intentional about how to start having positive perception about my hair and my crown, because it is an extension. It's a part of me. It's a part of who I am, and it's my identity. And so I just made sure, like yesterday, to really practice some self-care and practice loving my hair by doing a treatment. So I did a hair mask treatment with bentonite clay, apple cider vinegar, rosemary, and tea tree essential oils. And then I went out and got me some more conditioner and some leave-in conditioner, and put some plaits in it to stretch it out, because I do have 4C hair. And like, oh my gosh, my scalp, it feels so clean. It feels so clarified and purified. And normally I put like this it's kind of like similar to jam, but I usually like saturate my hair in it to make sure that it doesn't get out of place or anything. But I found myself, like, after I unplaited my hair and started, you know, braiding it or twisting it or whatnot, I found that I didn't even need it. So this is, I mean, like, this is day 2, and I feel very confident, and I'm loving my hair. So I'm learning to appreciate my hair. And I've done that just by taking care of it and putting more love into it. So if that's something that you struggle with, whether it's your hair, if it's like your face, if you're dealing with acne or, you know, blemishes such as myself, like, put a little bit of love into it. Learn to appreciate it. And I guarantee you'll feel a lot better about it. Also, I was talking about how I was feeling very insecure about the content that I'm putting out, whether that is through the YouTube channel or even with my podcast. With Anchor, it shows like your statistics and stuff, and I'm beaming because I got people listening to me in Germany, my nigga. Germany, the Philippines, like, people are listening. So, oh my gosh, guys, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come on into Adulting Sucks. So I'm just like grateful. I'm super excited, and I didn't know that like people were listening to me overseas. Like, oh, you see these cheeks? They hella red. So, and maybe the other cheeks. Anyway, I swear. Anyway, I was talking about the content and like offended people and stuff, because I know that I talked about how I felt about, you know, the Chappelle and with, you know, certain things within the community with the LGBTQIA plus community. Bam, got it. And how I would like really felt about, you know, trans women, trans men, like everything trans and stuff. And I even though like I went back and listened to my episodes like time and time again, that I was like, oh, I hope I'm not offending anybody. But then I have to learn, like, I could say that the sky is blue, and it can very well be blue, and people will find that offensive. So I have to learn, like, not to really care about what other people think and just be my authentic, unapologetic self. And if that's something that you struggle with, I highly encourage you to really walk in your authenticity, being who you are. And it's okay to not fit in this box. If you are outside of this box, ain't shit wrong with that. you know. So it's and I'm not gonna lie, it's still a struggle. I was just talking to my coach about it, how I've been feeling like, you know, because I say certain things, and I'm not, and I honestly feel like what I'm saying is not necessarily controversial or anything, but I mean, I'm just really just giving my honest, genuine opinion about something. And because in the past I have been either ostracized or talked down to, or looked down upon, or made fun of for having a difference of opinions. And it's like, if I really had to think back on it, I've never been a person to follow the bandwagon, whether it was with fashion, if it was with pop culture, if it's with music, if it's with anything. Like, everybody is going this way and I'm going this way and I'm moving past them. Or wait, maybe everybody is going this way and I'm going this way. I'm moving forward. I'm pushing past everybody because my shit is more forward thinking. And that's something that I had to learn about myself, and I'm still learning to be okay with it. So also with the anxious thoughts, because that was something else that I was talking about in the previous video, how anxious I was or have been about, you know, my hair, about my appearance, about the content that I'm putting out, and how I keep pressing through the negative thoughts is, first of all, you have to be self-aware. Being aware of yourself, and I want to say, coupled with like emotional intelligence, really helps to figure out like, okay, where are these feelings coming from? Like, where is this rooted from? Find that out, and then, you know, whether you find out through journaling, if it's through, you know, sometimes in my journal I create an outline of my thoughts. And it helps me figure out, maybe if you have to draw a diagram like with a circle or a pyramid, and figure out like, where are these deep-seated, like, these feelings are coming from. Because a lot of times it's something that's so deeply rooted that we've been carrying for like years and years that we don't even realize it. And I feel like having an awareness and also emotional intelligence to deal with it. And it's not easy. It is not easy, ladies and gentlemen. So whatever you need to do, whether that is through, you know, because I'm always going to talk about this in every episode or in every video, like therapy, counseling, being in a space where you can be your true authentic self with somebody who is unbiased. It really, 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 really does work. And if you think that therapy is expensive, you are totally wrong. A lot, especially now since COVID, I want to say, like, COVID has really, really shone a light. It has shined a light on all things mental health. And I've been speaking this mental health shit before COVID. And so with us being isolated and being with ourselves, or having to actually be around our family and kids and the dog and the lizard, you really, really find out like, oh shit, there's some issues going on and I really need to figure it out. Therapy can really help you, whether it's with a licensed therapist, counselor. If it's a person such as myself as a certified peer specialist, I am here. We are here to help guide you. Whether it's if you're recovering from an addiction or if you're recovering from mental health diagnosis, this is what we're here for. And I just want to encourage you to make sure that if you're journaling, if you're recording yourself, if you're, you know, whatever you need to do to get this shit out, get it out, please. Because a lot of times we, not society or anything, I mean, yeah, we have but we hold ourselves back. We hold ourselves back from being the best version of ourselves. We really do. But I feel like And I believe, I ain't gonna even say I feel like, I know for sure a lot of it has to do with being self-aware. And coupled with having the emotional capacity to deal with it. So, especially with us approaching the end of the year, holidays are coming up. Those feelings are going to come up. They're going to. Because you're going to start comparing yourself to other family members. You're going to start comparing yourself to like, why my family is like this, but that person family on social media is like this. Don't, please. I don't do that. We do it. I do it. I just compare myself to a few people earlier today. And so that's why I'm telling you, don't do that. So, the reason I brought that up is it's been negative thoughts that I've been having about myself. And it's really been when it comes to this podcast and what I really like, what I'm truly passionate about and what I really want to do. And I have to understand, like, I'm still at the infancy. I'm still at the beginning stages of what I want to do. And I would say to you, like, if it's something that you just started and you see that it's not going the way that you want it to go, remember, you were just starting off. You may not, especially if you ain't been to college or, you know, had any type of training. You just trial and error. Just living life. That's how we live life, trial and error. So whatever you're going through, whether it's a passion project, if it's a new job, if you're embarking on a whole new career, if you just got out of college and now you got your degree in hand and you're like, all right, I'm ready to conquer the world, but where do I start? Just know, whatever negative thoughts, that self-limiting thoughts, those feelings and stuff that you have, press through it. We are our own worst enemy, and we are the ones that prevent ourselves from transforming into the best version of ourselves. So that's what I want to say, and that's something that I learned today. Well, I ain't gonna say I learned it today. I've been knowing about it, but it really like hit home for me today. And maybe that's something that you have to do. Maybe you have to do like an action plan where you figuring out what your objective is. You figuring out like how to measure it and maybe utilize what I've said on my podcast when I talk about fear. Setting SMART goals, specific measurable goals. And it, like I said, it's not easy. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you and say, oh, that shit is easy, you know, anybody can do it. Cause no, if that shit was easy, then everybody would be millionaires, billionaires, thousandaires, all that kind of stuff. It's not. It really isn't. And it takes something within you to push yourself forward. So honestly, I think that's it. Like I said, when it comes to my crown, when it comes to my hair, I see the improvements because like I said, I looked at my last video and I'm like, damn, you know, between the time of me making that video and up until now, I have made some improvements with it. But just know that the shit don't happen overnight. It is something that it takes time. It takes being disciplined. It takes tenacity. I could throw out a whole bunch of other words, but it really takes something within you to find out, you know, to really hone in to really get to where you want to go. I think that's all I have. Make sure you tune in Thursday. I will be doing a new episode. I really haven't thought about the title yet or anything, but just know it's going to be some great content. Because of course, like I say every episode, I share my life journey with you to make your lives just a little bit better. And hopefully after watching my content, you will find out like, oh, adulting really doesn't suck, right? Who knows? So with that being said, love bugs, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great evening. That dinner smells good and my stomach is a grumbling. I'm about to go eat that food and turn the fuck up. So again, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great rest of the week. And as a matter of fact, I will see y'all on Thursday. Peace, love.